Hello, people. It's your boy Usmaan back again with another rival fan podcast. We got a couple of shit results this season. The Spurs one in particular comes to mind. I tried to pull a sickie for that one, but it didn't work. But I gotta be honest, this is the video I was absolutely dreading. As soon as I saw the result, I thought, oh shit, here we go. But yeah, listen, Manchester United obviously losing to Arsenal. As you can see, Ahmed has turned up this time. So it's good to have you, Ahmed. How you doing, bro?
I'm doing very well. The best week I can ask for. Very well. How are you?
I'm brilliant. Honest to God, I'm fantastic.
Really? I don't know how you cope with.
Anyway, Lawless, how you doing, brother?
Yeah, not too bad, mate. Not too bad. Still pissed off about certain things, the way things went over the weekend.
To be honest, you actually got robbed. Like, we didn't get robbed. We just played shit in it. We didn't actually get robbed. Arsenal definitely deserved to win the game, but we'll touch upon that shortly. But you man's actually got robbed. So if I was you, I'd probably be fuming as well, to be honest. But we'll touch upon that in detail. As always, just want to say, make sure you drop a like, subscribe to the channel, show love to the boys' social. They will be down below in the description. And just get your comments in, basically. Obviously, I'm expecting a lot of rival fans to rip me. It's all good, man. It's all good. But listen, we're going to get straight into it. Manchester United 0, Arsenal 1 at Old Trafford. We lose again. Before I have my say, Ahmed, I want you to have the floor because, last week you were ill and all that good stuff. I'm going to allow you to
It's not fair. He should have to talk about the Leicester result. He shouldn't even be allowed to talk about this result, really.
It's very true. It's very true. But listen.
Listen.
Go on, I'm going to allow you to talk first.
All I'm saying is,
Wait.
Just from last week, all I'm saying is, all I remember was Khabib McGregor. That's all I care about. But Arsenal, we smashed Man United, just dominated the game. I'm sorry, bro, we did. And obviously, I'm happy that we won a 1-0 game. I'm going to repeat myself. I'm happy we won a 1-0 game.
What does Arsenal?
A 1-0 game through a penalty. I'm very happy with that. So I'm ecstatic. I'm very happy. And obviously, I'm not gonna lie, I was very nervous going into the game.
Yeah.
I wasn't like super confident, but the way that lads turned up, the way that we were pressing you, like, you know what? Yeah, even like with Lacazette in the middle and us playing like in a square shape, like a 5 domino, the way that we just controlled the game. So no matter what pass Man United tried to do, we were there, anticipating intensity, everything. So I'm very happy with the boys, man. I said that you can be our victims. I said that from the beginning of the year, innit?
Honest to God, I was hoping you gave more smoke than that because that's not affecting me at all. Like, I'm waiting for you.
Banter FC.
Yeah, that's again this thing. The reason none of these comments are going to affect me, and I'll tell you why. First and foremost, right, the only difference between Man United and Arsenal at the moment is you played one extra game than us. Your record is 4 wins, 3 losses. Ours is slightly shitter, but we drew to Chelsea, so I don't know. So in a sense, we've had us. Don't get me wrong, but we've technically had a better start to the season than you because we beat PSG and Leipzig. But that doesn't take away from this game. What I'm saying is, fair play to Arsenal, yeah. Arteta, I've said it on this podcast on numerous occasions. Defensively, he's Tony Pulis, Spanish Tony Pulis, so he's done his job again.
Don't be a hater, man.
I'm saying defensively, you're fantastic. Like, generally, I'm not even punching. Given how shit you were on the area defensively, fair play to Arteta. I've said that consistently throughout, the podcast. You can go back to previous weeks. I've always said defensively, fair play to Arteta. Going forward, first half, I wouldn't say you dominated us. I thought you definitely had the better chance and you probably should have been at least 1-0 up at half time. Potentially 2-0, let's just say, hypothetically speaking, yeah.
I'm talking about the midfield battle though, because I was thinking we're gonna lose that. You know what I mean?
I agree.
And we dominated in that sense.
Yeah. Midfield battle, you definitely dominated. You bossed us without a shadow of a doubt. Our midfield looked lost for whatever reason, but we'll touch on that shortly. But yeah, you dominated the midfield battle. Fair play to you. I'm still not that impressed with Arsenal. And I'll tell you why. We beat Man City 3 times last season. We beat Chelsea 3 times last season. And we still had these inconsistencies and these flaws in our game. And I'm still seeing that with Arsenal. You just don't have enough going forward. And from my perspective, as a Man United fan, no, I'm being serious. Like, Aubameyang was non-existent in that game. Lacazette was brilliant in terms of his pressing.
Non-existent. I accept he had a bad game. He had a bad game, but
what I'm saying is you're too heavily reliant on Aubameyang. That's my point. I think without his
Alright.
goal, I know he scored obviously against the penalty, etc., which was a pen. But I just think in the long run, you're not going to be as good as you lot are making it out. It's the same with Man United fans. We get happy after one result, and we think, oh yeah, we turned the corner, it was bullshit, and then we get the polar opposite performance. There's no consistency with your team or my team. Obviously, at the moment, by all means, enjoy it. We take the L. I'll take it gracefully because we held a bigger L against Spurs. So it is what it is in the end of the day. And we deserve to lose the game. I can't lie about anything. But listen, Lawless, let's bring you in. Obviously,
We beat you twice under.
Yeah, no, you're not exactly, but that's what I mean. Even when you
Twice
beat us
under
last time,
Arteta.
yeah, but you beat us. You beat us last time under Arteta, and I was confident in that game. And the same thing happened. We just didn't turn up, and that's a credit to Arteta because he made us play shit. So I'm not taking that away from you. But what I'm saying is, you beat us last season, you finished 8th. So it is what it is, isn't it? But
Won the FA Cup, so it's all good.
Yeah, it is what it is. And Lawless, what are your thoughts bro, on the game?
Yeah, I mean, obviously you got to give fair play to Arsenal. Obviously, one team turned up in this game, and it wasn't Man United. It's one of those things of. It's a weird one for me with Man United because it's like you can have. It doesn't matter what good results you have. You're one bad game from Ollie out. Like one. That's how
it's true.
Good game, like doing bits in the Champions League, this and that, then losing. To Arsenal now. All of a sudden, the focus goes back, and that's the problem. It's going to be like that. You could go on a nice little run now, and then you lose again. And it's going to be on it. And it's almost like the reverse with Arteta because Arsenal can have bad game after bad game. But as soon as they win, we hear about the genius of Arteta. We hear about how Arteta is building this and he's building that.
Masterclass.
Yeah, it's like all of these comments, all the way the media focus on Arteta. I never see any other manager get this much analysis as a manager to say, look at what they're doing at this club. Look what they can build. Look at the future. Like, You just don't see it. Even when Mourinho smashed Man United 7-2, I didn't see no deep dives.
6-1, bro, man.
6-1. Oh, sorry, that was Liverpool. Sorry. I'm putting goals on you. 6-1, yeah. But I didn't see no deep dive analysis on, what Mourinho's doing. Like, that is the frustrating thing for me. And it's not even just the Arsenal fans, it's the media as well. You see Cahill going in on some full analysis, and he's learning from his losses. Like, okay, so we're acting like he didn't lose games last season. So what? He's losing games last season. He's still making mistakes this season. But all of a sudden now you're trying to turn the losses into a positive when you're not doing that for other managers. Why can't people say Ollie's learning from this, or just have some realism and perspective? Just have the same energy for this manager as you're having for other managers. And that's the only thing. And I knew it. It's like, all right, here comes the Arteta party back again. Everyone's there. And like I said, you can give credit as a manager and say, do you know what? He had a good game. He had a good performance. He set his tactics up right. He got the team playing good for this game. But then to turn it into this narrative of he's this messiah and he's going to do this and that. He's going to get them back to where they need to be. Wait and see. Like, every single game.
Shall I tell you what's funny about that? And this isn't, Arsenal outplayed us, whatever you want to say. Look, you deserve to win. I want more banter. Give me more smoke. But listen, the funny thing is, right, Arsenal fans, they don't rate Ollie at all, innit? The same with shit, the same with buying. The way you man celebrate after that win, it's like a release. Like, man's like, everywhere. Like, I see people that I haven't even spoken to since bloody primary school, nursery, texting me saying, "Yo, you lost in like one dinner." Like, but listen, I don't blame Arsenal for celebrating because obviously it's your cup final at the end of the day, and because obviously you get a trophy if you beat us, isn't it? But
listen, man, we've not beat you at your home ground for too long. That's why I hate Man United fans. This is why, because you guys.
It's a giant killing for you, man. You've done well, a giant killing. It's been 14 years, boy.
Listen. Times are changing.
Listen.
Times are changing. You got our disease. You got our disease. And Arteta's not our messiah. He's our doctor. All right, he's helped us out, man.
Listen, take it off the pitch. That 8 man you had on the back in the last 20 minutes. Take it off the pitch.
You beg it, man.
He's stopped out 2 defenders. What you mean against Man United?
Listen, Aubameyang, he might have scored a penalty.
He took a Aubameyang off in the 17th minute for fucking a centre back and put Xhaka on as well. You literally played 9 at the back or whatever it was at the last 20 minutes. Again, there's nothing wrong with that. But don't tell me you had this fantastic Spurs hammered us. Arsenal, fair play to us. You did a job.
Listen,
on us. You didn't hammer us.
Yeah,
You didn't hammer us.
we didn't bully you like the way that Spurs bullied you. That's true. But at the same
Spurs
time,
embarrassed us.
yeah, but obviously Spurs don't have the record that we had against you, yeah, and we will obviously, bro. End of the day, yeah, it's a big win for us. I don't care how Arsenal's how they react, how they celebrate.
100%.
I'm with them.
Yeah. What I'm saying, no, 100%. By all means, react time you want. But what I'm saying is, and I agree with Lawless, is you're getting carried away because you got to remember, before this game, you won 3 and lost 3. So you've not really started that well.
Yeah, okay. Leicester's a bit juju, yeah. I don't know what happened there. Obviously, we lost that. Vardy, look at.
You should not win West Ham.
Oh, whatever. No, we saw the game through, man. Just behave in it. Stop being salty. All right. Fulham deserves that win.
You should not have beaten West Ham.
Yeah. Listen, Gabriel was having a real battle with Antonio, like he did against Man United.
Gabriel should have been sent off. I wasn't even going to mention it.
No. I know. We looked at the VAR. That was a quality slide. That was a quality slide tackle. It was a quality slide tackle.
I'm not about to talking about you.
Which one?
We got a free kick for it.
The one that Asher fouled. Yeah. We got that after. It's not blatant. Yo, there's no reaction. You know what I'm saying? Come on, I don't care, man. I don't care, man.
I wasn't even gonna bring you up, but you mentioned his name. That's what brought up. You deserve to win the game.
Listen. He was quality though. He was quality the whole game.
Let's get Daniel's thoughts. I'm not denying you deserve to win. I'm not going to use that as an excuse. Daniel, what are your thoughts, bro? Clearly, obviously, Ahmed thinks it's your Champions League final.
Do you know what?
We're going back, man. We're going back. Go on.
Do you know what? Yeah. It's a tough one for me, man. It's a tough one for me because remember what I was saying to you about the Chelsea Man United 0-0 draw. I said both fan bases are overreacting to the result. This could be a game where for both teams building blocks. And if Oli wins that game now, for example, against United, that's 7 out of 9 points in that tough period that it was supposed to be, the make or break sequence of results and whatnot. And I think Chelsea have gone from strength to strength, consistent clean sheets, and it's what I was basically trying to explain. Building blocks, man, is so important. I've seen my team now go into a situation and put a plan together and say, this is what we want to come out of this game and this is what we're going to execute. And I thought I was seeing the same for Oli. I mean, a lot of people forget that Leipzig game, a majority of the goals came in the last 10 minutes. It was a bit like the Newcastle game, for example, where Newcastle, it was tight for a long time and then you bring on your subs and then changes the game instantly. I think the reason why I have to criticize Oli a lot is because in playing that diamond, ask everyone, when I saw the lineups, I thought Rondo session. I thought United were going to pop Arsenal off the park. I thought that was what was going to happen. But the reason why it didn't happen is because you have Donny van der Beek, you have Matic, ball retainers, players who can play football. And you want to play a diamond and play Fred and McTominay, especially on top of that where you have Fred playing at the top of the diamond and McTominay was totally lost. And this is where you have to come and question Oli's decision-making in terms of, I'm not even trying to forget Arteta and Lampard. I'm just looking at Oli. In the first 20 minutes, he should have been able to recognize that game was not working. That game plan was not working. And he should have changed it instantly. Absolutely. Made a sub, maybe put on Cavani, put Greenwood and Rashford out wide, spread the pitch a bit more, make it a more competitive game. He dilly-dallied on it. A lot of people are coming at Pogba, but at the end of the day, look, what United have been doing is planting oranges and then hoping for oranges, but they've been planting apples. That's what's been happening. Planting apples, and then, do you get what I'm saying? So it's like, for me, it's like United fans should be very, very disappointed by that loss because, again, like we've mentioned, I give total credit to Arsenal. Arsenal executed their game plan. No one can say they didn't execute their game plan. However, they didn't come to play football. They won on a penalty. Let's call it for what it was. In the second half, was that you did win on a penalty.
Yeah, but we didn't play to win on a penalty. Obviously, we had a good open play.
No, Moose. I'm not taking. I'm not trying to take anything away from the win. Trust me, I'm not involved in the in the like bantering and all that. But what I'm saying is, if you look at the game plan wasn't to go there and win 3-0. It was to go there and get one goal. It was to go there and get one goal. Like Partey played really well on boss the midfield, and I use the word boss loosely because the way he bossed it was different to what we're typically like what we typically know what bossing is. He bossed it in his own game. He made it his game. He didn't try and get into the expansive football game. He made it tight, compact. El Neni was always there. If you notice the game, El Neni was always within reach of Partey because they were keeping it tight, low block. Arteta was smart. He realized that Man United have struggled against low blocks since last season. It's not just been a this season thing. They've struggled against low blocks last season. So he combined the low blocks with the press, and United had no answer for it.
It literally had two weaknesses. It is our two weaknesses.
Yeah. And I just think, for me, as a United fan, if I was a United fan, I'd be very, very disappointed in Oli, very, very disappointed in the players. And like Roy Keane said, Oli has not been great and whatnot. People are saying the results, but these players have let him down, man. They've let him down big time because another manager is going to come in and I believe we're going to see different results. If the right manager comes in, we're going to see different results because there's going to be clear plans in place. Yes, we've seen situations and moments where football has been played, and no one's disputing that. Of course, the PE teacher thing is maybe exaggerating the truth. However, at the end of the day, there hasn't been, and it's like what I was saying to you, from Ollie's first game and Ollie's most recent game, so the Arsenal game, when you look in the middle, have you seen consistency within the playing style? Whether you're losing or winning, you can be winning, but there needs to be consistency even in the losing. Do you get what I'm saying? Good teams lose playing well. Do you get what I'm saying? Good teams lose playing well. And that's one key thing. When you see Liverpool, they normally lose when they've been playing well. They know how to win now playing badly. If United play badly, there's no way on earth they're winning that game, as in no way on earth. And that is what the problem is. And I just think to have 100 games, that's why I hate comparing Oli to Arteta and Lampard. To have 100 games and to have seen no consistent or clear signs of progress, I think he's got to go, man, if he loses to Everton, if I'm being honest.
I couldn't disagree with a single word you've said there. I think you've hit the nail on the head, to be honest. In terms of consistency, just to quickly recap, just to quickly finish it off, I think for me, the frustration lies in, and if you actually go on our channels, well, it's actually quite funny because I looked at it. The video before is Ali masterclass against Leipzig, and then the video after is what the fuck happened? There's a preview, obviously Ahmed was on, and then it's literally like what the fuck has happened. There's we just beat Leipzig 5-0, one of the best young managers in the world. Who are what Man United, one of the best pressing teams in the world as well. In terms of the shape of organisation, they're relentless.
But Usmaan,
that's how inconsistent we are.
But that's why I was saying. And I'm including all managers into this. Like what we do is.
But that's what makes you work class, though. But that's what makes you work.
But what we do on fan channels is we make the mistake of every single time our team plays well, we always give it the term a masterclass without looking at the actual events and moments that have taken place within a game. A masterclass for me is executing a plan so well that it counteracts anything the other manager wants to do. When you look at the games against Newcastle and Leipzig, these were good wins.
The Leipzig one was Leipzig one, to be fair. Not the Newcastle one, I'll give you that, but the Leipzig one definitely was. I still think
they
didn't lay a glove on us, man. You got to remember.
100%. And United played really, really well in that game. And I think it's all about raising levels. I think mentality as well played a part in that game. I just failed to see why the players aren't able to raise their game again for such a big game. The Arsenal Man United, is there any other bigger game?
Listen, at the end of the day, look, it comes down to consistency. There's many different factors in it, but I want to talk West Ham v Liverpool because obviously I know Lawless needs to shoot off very soon. So we have to get Lawless in first and foremost. As always, man, I'm gonna let you just have the floor because there's one incident in particular. I didn't watch the game, I'll be honest. I've seen the highlights and then I've seen the flipping penalty. I'm not gonna say anything else. Lawless, I'm gonna pass it to you, mate. What are your thoughts on the game?
So frustrating. And this is the thing I want to say. Look, Liverpool, great team, great players, great manager. all of that, right? Full respect to Liverpool and all that, you know what I mean? And people, a lot of people think I'm being salty or this and that. It's just the way that they equalize, right? From that penalty, there is no way. I'm sorry, there is no way that should be given a penalty. And I see so many people go, there's contact, but there's contact. I'm sorry, it's a contact sport. What? Because we make contact with the player, it gives him the right to throw himself to the floor. Anyone can see he's dived. Everyone can see it. People say that Masuaku kicked him in the leg. He didn't kick him in the leg. He's going for the ball. He puts his foot forward to go and try and, you know, retrieve the ball or intercept it or kick it. Salah's leg's there. He brushes his foot past Salah's foot. As soon as Salah feels that, he decides, right, I need to go to the floor. He hasn't tripped him. He hasn't kicked him with any sort of force. You have to accept there's going to be some level of contact. Now, Masuaku should not have done that. The wiser thing, especially if you're playing like against someone like Salah, you know Salah's going to throw himself to the floor, is just hold him up. Just keep tight to him. Don't give him any space, and hopefully someone else around you, the people around will be picking up the other players. But the fact that they didn't even heavily scrutinize it on VAR as well. So people say, oh yeah, sometimes they make them quick checks, like. They did not sit there and stop the game. We did not get to see it over and over again. You didn't get the ref going to the side. So even if you think that is a penalty, you're telling me that doesn't warrant much, much more scrutiny. And it's being rewarded. This is the problem. That sort of cheating is being rewarded in the game. We're seeing it from Tottenham. Like Harry Kane is notorious.
I was about to say that.
I was going to say that as well. Yeah.
And Lallana went for the ball as well. Like, he was literally trying to head of the ball.
Legit. The way he landed. Yeah, the way he landed. It was so obvious.
Done it against us. Yeah, it's dangerous. Like, people want to talk about what Pickford done against Vardy. Not Vardy, sorry. Pickford done against Van Dijk. Where am I getting Vardy from? Van Dijk, yeah. Now, if you land wrong, that's your shoulder done, mate. Your shoulder.
And Kane knows what he's doing as well. He backed into him, so he falls.
Yeah, exactly. He looks, and he done it against Creswell. He looks and then drops. He knows exactly what he's doing. So not only is he trying to dive and try and win a foul, he's actually taking that player out and potentially injuring that player. Again, you're rewarding them. So not only are you not punishing, you're saying, yeah, there's your penalty. What happened to the retrospective bans for diving and simulation? You know, your deception, they called it. The only time I see it was at Everton and against us, right? The only players that I've seen get this retrospective ban. And the amount of times you have people like, obviously, Grealish has dived all over the league.
Yeah.
Salah does it all the time, and so does Kane. And none of these guys, I've never seen once get a retrospective ban for diving. And it really pisses me off. I mean, obviously,
do you think that was the turning point in the game? Though obviously they got the goal from the penalty. Prior to that, did they look like they were going to score?
Yeah, I mean, look, there was always them situations. Moyes went there with a game plan, right? And he knew, look, we was missing Antonio, right? Our biggest attacking threat. And a lot of these Liverpool fans expect us to go there and try and go toe-to-toe. And it's not possible. They've got like hundreds of £1 million worth of talent on that pitch. You need to try and be smart about, you know, where you are, what you've got available to you. And without Antonio as well, it's like it really hampered our effectiveness of attack. So we gave up a lot of possession and tried to pick our spots, right? And we created some good chances in that game. But yeah, they was growing into, obviously they had that goal ruled out, which was fully correctly ruled out. But how it wasn't even given as a booking. Some people are saying a red with, I think it was Mane, wasn't it? Slides in, doesn't get the ball, studs up, slides straight into Fabianski.
Yeah.
If that goal would have stood, mate, I would have been done. I would have been done. Jota comes on and he scored. Like, you know, he scored. Some people are saying, and I can't look at it too much because I don't want to sit there and discount everything they've done and say it shouldn't be this and it shouldn't be that. Like, at the end of the day, we didn't expect to go there and win or to get anything, but some people are saying that for Jota's goal, Mane was obstructing Fabianski. Now, it's hard to tell. Like, you're looking at it from our perspective.
I personally don't think that's offside. That's just me personally.
Yeah, I mean, but that's what I'm saying. I'm not going to sit there and shout about that too much. There was the one, obviously, when we got that though against Chelsea, where Antonio was laying right on the floor, and they tried to say he was impeding the keeper, and it's only about consistency. But yeah, I listen. Jota, I think is hard done by not to be starting games. It's literally that penalty. That's the bone of contention for me. If they would have scored like a worldie from outside the box or a well worked count or not count, just a well worked passing goal or anything. Yeah. But it's just the way it happened that made me feel sick. And I thought we'd done enough and we worked hard. We've done enough to get something out of that game, but it still doesn't hamper the run that we've been on because again,
you're on a brilliant run, man. Honest to God, brilliant.
And Moyes tactically, like he's doing his thing. Like I have to give him credit. And like I said, we have got a situation again losing Antonio to lose him, and I thought we'd fall to pieces. We're still not really we're not really getting the best of Haller. He's literally just trying to put a square peg in a round hole because and really, if you look at it, even though we couldn't get the most out of Haller, the way he set up it was still working in terms of stopping them doing what they do, you know what I mean, and trying to hamper them. And I guess if we would have tried to play to Haller's strengths, we might have opened up. So yeah, it's frustrating, but on the balance of the things and the games that we've had, like consistency, that has been the big thing for me. And that's from the Arsenal game to the Liverpool game. We've consistently turned up, whereas before we might go and get rolled over like 4-0 or something at Anfield. And it's literally just a Newcastle game. It's a blip. Now, Fulham, I'm sorry, I know they're winning last time I checked.
Yeah, they were 2-0 up last time
I
checked as well.
All of it would be for nothing if we turn up to Fulham and win this game.
This is the thing with West Ham. Like, I know when you do fancy football team, right, and you look at West Ham, you'd be like, yo, these ones have been on fantastic form. Let me sign 4 now. Let me sign so on. And then you'll just lose randomly 3-0 to Fulham. Like, it's like, where is this happening? Like, you do it all the time. It's so like consistently poor, like random moments. It's just
I don't want a point. I want to win this game. Like a point is, and usually I'll go to games. You think, oh, there are no easy games in the Premier League. I'm just tired of seeing us turn up against these sorts of games, and then just like thinking we can just roll up and not put a shift in against Fulham. Like if we can do that, if we turn up against Fulham and we play really well and we outplay them, because now it's going to be a different game. We're not going to be sitting there and expecting to give up possession. We're going to have to try and be on the front foot in this game. And that's going to be the test. So a lot of us West Ham fans are anxiously waiting to see what happens in that game. And I'm telling you, I'm not taking that for granted. I'm nervous just even thinking about it. If we win that, then it's looking good. It's looking like we could have a good season.
Yeah, no, at the moment, obviously, as we said a few months back, West Ham fixtures are looking, they're going to be relegation zone. And at the moment, done fantastic. You're going through a very hard period. You've got points where you needed to. You're not expected to get points. If these games were staggered out in this, in the season, if you had like Liverpool and then Chelsea, 5 weeks later, you wouldn't be saying, "Oh, we should be getting points against Liverpool, West Ham." So anything really is a bonus. I do think you were very unfortunate. In terms of the penalty, of course, it does change the game. At the end of the day, it gives them the impetus, especially for your mental state. Your players are going to feel hard done by on the pitch as well. Mentally, they're going to be pissed off. They're not probably going to be as focused as they were prior to the goal. But Ahmed, let's bring you in because, of course, the penalty was the main incident. What were your thoughts on the decision and on the game in general?
Well, I'll come back. I'm going to come back and watch afterwards to see Moose because obviously I've got to go and do our review on the game. I'm going to go and be talking about this in more depth and get myself more angry. So I'm going to see what Daniel used to have to say after the fact. So have a good rest of the show, guys, and I'll speak to you soon.
Take care, bro.
Ahmed, what are you saying then? God, what do you reckon?
Yeah, what I didn't like about the whole situation was the theatrics that Salah was displaying. The way that he was like, slamming his hand on the floor and stuff like that. I don't like that, man. And obviously, I don't like the way it is. Like I remember Bellerin was meant to have a penalty a few games back, but he didn't go down or put a bit of display, and he wasn't given a penalty. But against Pogba, he kind of did like
like
flare a little bit.
So it's a blatant
It was, but that's the thing though, innit? Like it's the mindset of the players that they're not thinking about trying to attack and actually create a situation. They're thinking, that if this guy gets too close to me and he touches me, I'm just gonna let myself fall down. And with Salah, it was just like it's like a vulture, man. He just wanted that penalty, and obviously it was a soft penalty, man. It was contact, but there wasn't any force in that contact, and he tried to exaggerate the contact to emphasize that little dive. And I don't like it. I'm a big Mo Salah fan, but I didn't like that, and Liverpool don't need to do that because obviously they got the quality on the pitch, and obviously Jota. Yeah, he's looking clinical right now. He's looking like a quality signing. So, Liverpool, they got the job done. End of the day, they are the better team. They are the champions. But I just did not like the way that they won that game this time around. But yeah, that's my opinion.
No, I completely agree with what you said. In terms of the Salah thing, I've got to just add one point and just look at it from a different perspective. Because obviously, I personally thought it was a dive, but we don't want to say the same thing. I think you've got to remember that there's been a lot of incidents that I can't remember which game I watched recently. I don't know if it was a Man United player. I know we get a lot of penalties, but one of our players stayed on his feet. Like, I can't remember who it was on the top of my head, but one of our players clearly got a foul and he stayed on his feet. I think it was a goal, actually. He stayed on his feet and we didn't get a penalty. If we went down, we're getting a penalty, basically. It's as simple as that. And again, I don't want to defend Salah here, but I just want to look from the other perspective. In his head, he's thinking, if I don't go down here, I'm not going to get a penalty. At least if I go down, the worst that can happen is I've dived in it. And he's got to at least try it. At the end of the day, you've got to try anything to get back in the game. So from that perspective, I can't blame him. I'm blaming the referees because at the end of the day, if you watch that back at VAR, it's quite clear it's a dive. Like, he's been touched, don't get me wrong, he's been clipped, but he goes down like 3 seconds later. It's like a delay. It's like he's
exactly.
It's like he went down later to go down, and then the ref just.
It's like a little flare, man.
There's I've seen worse fouls in the Man United Arsenal game both ways, and the ref didn't give a free kick to either team. Like more contact, the ref didn't give a free kick. This guy's giving a pen for bare minimum, like almost a touch that breathed on him, and he's gone down. But Daniel, what are your thoughts, bro?
Nah, I think a lot of things that I was thinking have been mentioned. I mean, yeah, I agree. I think the Salah one was a dive. Because I watched the game, when I first saw it, I was like, that's not a pen, come on. And I even saw it in real time, so I thought it would
get... gonna be like, get up.
Yeah, exactly. So I thought it would be overturned, but I looked at it and I was thinking there was even a split second that it wasn't even just a split second. It was like 3 seconds that he waits and then drops on the floor. But at the end of the day, I think West Ham fans have every right to be angry. However, I just think Salah gave the refs a decision to make, and they made it in his favor. So, I mean, you're gonna look at Salah and say, "Why are you cheating? You're a good enough player." Blah blah blah. But he's gonna do everything he can to make sure he wins. And I think Masuaku needs to take some criticism as well, in my opinion, because
stupid. What was he doing?
Yeah, Salah's going nowhere. It's the 42nd minute. You're getting into halftime 1-0. Going into halftime 1-0 as opposed to 1-1. Is all the difference. Us Sheffield United, and I mean, people are criticizing the way Liverpool are playing, but as long as they're winning, they don't mind. Winning ugly is still winning, and you're getting 3 points on the board. And for me, my main takeaway, however, from the game is that West Ham just need to find a different solution to Halle up front, because the reason why they're not getting the best out of him is because they believe Halle is a player to play the ball long to hold up because of his size. That isn't his game. That's actually not his game. If you watched him when he played for Frankfurt, I believe it was, when he was playing with Jovic up front. Yeah, it was Frankfurt. Yeah, I'm sure it was Frankfurt. But yeah, playing with them up front, he was a very technical player. Loved the ball in and around the box. Was finished. He finished it. He's a finisher. That's his game, not a hold-up striker. And that's the reason why he's not working right now. And he just wasn't the player for them. So them spending all that money, they're just going to cut their losses sooner rather than later. I think going forward, they need to play like a Yarmolenko, maybe a Ben Rama, someone up front, someone different. Because right now, with Antonio being out, I think they're just not going to be able to get the best out of Halle, especially with the way they want to play, with the compact drop back, no pressing, no playing out the back.
What do you think they need to do to get the best out of him? It was Frankfurt, by the way. I just double checked.
Yeah,
it was Frankfurt. What do you think they need to do? Because I basically am a massive fan of his. I think he's a quality player. But what do you think they need to do to get the best out of him?
That's the difficulty, because to get the best out of him, they'd have to change how they're playing totally,
exactly.
And that is a risk in itself. Especially with the way we've seen the way they've been able to get results without what's it called? results without needing to expand. Without needing to expand their game. So they're not going to want to do that. And I just think the easier solution is to just take him out of the team and try and get someone with legs up front. And then in terms of Liverpool side of things, I just think Firmino needs to be dropped, man. He doesn't score. This defensive striker thing is BS.
He doesn't get any criticism. Like, again, coming back to Pogba, right, for example, right?
Yeah.
I mean, absolutely. I've just seen the start of your video, by the way. Obviously, I will watch all of it.
Yeah.
The first 3 minutes, I'm already enjoying it. But like, Pogba's getting, and again, I don't want to make it about me now, but Pogba's getting absolutely blasted. Granted, he gave the penalty away.
Yeah.
But he wasn't the shittest player on the pitch. There was other players that didn't do anything. McTominay, for me, for example, was literally
useless.
Clueless throughout the whole game.
Yeah.
But obviously, Pogba's going to get all the hate, etc. And the same for Firmino. Like, for example, he can just drop a disaster class after disaster class, and nobody will bat an eyelid.
Do you know what it is? The difference. Do you know what the difference is, though?
Darlings, that's what it is.
Shall I tell you what the difference is? On top of the fact that it's media darlings, like, at the end of the day, Liverpool are winning. Do you get what I'm saying? And if your team is winning, you can hide. You can literally hide when your team is winning. So
Jota's got to start, man. I agree. I don't know.
He's got to start, man.
Yeah, I just don't know what he has to do. He's scored every single game. He's had an impact. To be fair, Shaqiri as well. Brilliant pass by him. It was a fantastic pass by him. Great finish. So fair play to both of them. But just coming back to Liverpool, just to finish off on them, I'm going to say this once only, because I'm not going to say it again. Under Sir Alex Ferguson, we used to win ugly all the time. There's a myth that we used to play good football. We didn't. We used to play good football, of course we did, but not throughout every single game of the season. We used to go like 6, 7, 8 games that we play. Absolutely shocking, but we won. Because that's what champions do. And Liverpool, to me, are showing what champions do. You're winning when you're not playing good. That's the only thing that matters. And that's what I was going to say about Arsenal. I wasn't being salty. What I was going to say was, it doesn't matter how you win those games, as long as you matter. When you're playing each other, I couldn't give a shit if it's an own goal. It's come off, I don't know, Gabriel. That Lennon one, when he hits face and hit the post.
Yeah, that's
like a fucking overhead kick from edge of box. I don't give a shit. If we win the game, if we scored, I wouldn't give a shit.
It
comes down to, as long as you get the result in these clutch games, it doesn't matter how you play.
What I will say, though, is if as the league, so I'm talking about the rest of the Premier League, if we let Liverpool win the league without Van Dijk, that's just...
It's a disgrace. It's a disgrace. I'm not going to lie.
It's a joke.
What do you think of Phillips, though? What do you think of Phillips?
I haven't got Fabinho either. If Man City don't beat these mother lovers on the weekend, right,
it's a joke.
The league. I'm telling you now.
Yeah, 100%.
Man City have to win that game just to close the gap.
Make it competitive,
Exactly. But listen, let's talk about another team that have been winning ugly off late. Tottenham Hotspur. Obviously winning 2-1. I'm not gonna lie, I completely forgot who they played against. Who did they play against? To be honest,
Brighton.
It's Brighton, of course.
Brighton,
yeah. Tottenham winning 2-1 against Brighton. As I've been reminded on every social media platform that I'm on, Gareth Bailey's back. As you guys know, Key Check up made the show, but he's texting me, he's tagged me on Twitter, tagged me on Facebook, tagged me on Instagram with a picture of Gareth Bale for whatever reason. Fair play to him. It is what it is. He's come up, he's on the pitch 3 minutes, bagged the winner. But listen, Ahmed, we'll come to you first and foremost. You've spoken a lot about Arteta and him turning the corner, etc., which is fine. What are we talking about Jose Mourinho then? Because to be fair to them, they've got up to a very good start this season, and they've bagged 6 against us as well. So what are your thoughts about Spurs at the moment?
I can't really say a lot of bad things about them, but I'm just going to focus on the game in itself.
Well, Archie can't, for Arsenal fan. Folks,
Well, lad.
I love Archie. Cracks me up. Go ahead.
Now, what I wanted to say was, if I'm gonna say what I think about Mo Salah's penalty and the way that he dived, then I'm gonna have a few more words about Harry Kane, because I'm a fan of Mo Salah. But with Harry Kane, bro, he didn't even try to get the ball, bro. Like, he looked at Lallana. He looked at his feet, saw where the line was, and he just bent down. That's it. He didn't try to jump. He didn't try to get the ball. He just bent forward, showed his little bunda, little back off. And then obviously Lallana landing like heavily on his back here, because obviously he wasn't anticipating Kane to actually try to get the ball, but he didn't expect it. Kane didn't
expect to jump, obviously, innit?
Try something. Do you know what I mean? So obviously he went down with force. not expecting that. So obviously, it's you know what, I complain about Man United and you know the way that they get their penalties, but that was horrible. That's horrible.
Some of ours, obviously, some of ours have been.
I get it. Yours a bit clever. But he was playing for a foul, and then they must have tried to do it again, 2 or 3 times in the game, bro. Like the honest has to be good football when Bales came on, but nah, man, they got the win. You know, I can't hate on Gareth Bale. He's a quality player, and you know it's about time that he was going to get a goal in the Premier. I'm just reading all the comments of people saying,
yeah, a lot of love for Bale. To be fair, not so much for Kane,
you can't hate.
For Bale, to be fair. I don't know if
no, you know what? Yeah,
in the comment section or what. Hey, okay.
Yeah, I can't even you know what? I've got nothing against Harry Kane as a footballer. You know, I recognize his talents here from a few years back. I couldn't really hate him as a striker,
Absolutely.
but what he did that was.
Can I just ask you a question, right? First and foremost, right? We've all seen the documentary, right? You know, the Jose saying consistently, you got to be blasted. Is this not Jose, basically? Because let's be real, that he's bought a pen there, and fair play to him. You know, he's got to do what he's got to do as with Seven Salah. I personally think the referees had an absolute fucking nightmare there, but that is what it is. The fact that Lallana can somehow encroach Kane, Lallana, it's not even like a legitimate battle. How is that even a thing? That is a bit common sense as well. Do you know what I mean?
It's messed up, man.
Afterwards, Kane dived blatantly afterwards. Son's dive, by the way, after that has not been mentioned by anyone, was disgraceful. The guy didn't even touch him. The guy actually didn't touch him.
No. Didn't touch him at all.
No, it's true. No, exactly. It's true, man. It's true. And they were all people complaining for it as well, man. And even when and even when Brighton scored, they're trying to complain that it was off a foul to the little defender. Nah, he's mad, man. Nah, these guys are suspects. But look, end of the day, Jose Mourinho, he wins trophies through ugly football. He thinks he's a special one by playing ugly football and winning. And obviously,
you just did that against us. You just played ugly football against us and won, and you were fucking gassing our
It wasn't ugly football.
It was
bro.
You pressed us well, and you defended well.
Yeah, that's not ugly. I'm actually enjoying watching us defend. I enjoy the way that we defend, bro. Before, I used to get a heart attack.
Daniel, not see the double standards here. Please tell me.
No, there's no double standards here. No.
It's the same as Josie football. That's
what Moose, you don't think
ugly football is like trying to get a foul, trying to win. Obviously, fouls.
There's nothing wrong with that. That's the dog.
There's nothing wrong here when people are doing some mad tackles on you and stuff in it. I'm not
Listen,
against
that. Forget the dog horse here, but them diving. I don't agree.
Listen, I'm anti-Tottenham.
Wait,
let me be anti-Tottenham.
Moose, do you think Arteta and Arsenal play expansive, attractive football? Just honestly.
Honestly, we stopped doing that since Cazorla got injured. Generally speaking,
you play like Jose.
Since Santi Cazorla had that injury, we not played nice football and we not got the top four. And obviously, we've not replaced him. Look at the little smirk. Ramsey didn't step up to the plate, and obviously, when he left,
crack it up.
What ugly football played our best match? Exactly, Archie. Tell him.
You guys are deluded, man. You can't say
we were playing a bit expansive in the first half. We were going a bit forward. We were controlling the ball a bit more. Yeah,
bro,
we was. Even though we kept bringing the ball back, back to the defense.
I've already said, do what you got to do to win the game. I'm not knocking it, but you can't slag off Spurs for the football they play because
no.
I'm not though. I'm talking about the way that Harry Kane got the penalty and the way they're trying to claim penalties. That's all I'm talking about.
Oh, go on.
No, I didn't say that. I didn't say that, man. You were saying obviously how Mourinho was saying obviously you got to win doing dodgy things and stuff like that. In it, obviously I'm just commenting on the back of that. But Tottenham, they got the win.
All in all, you agree that Arsenal and Tottenham play the same way?
No, never.
Why?
No.
There's nothing wrong with it.
We're playing better defensively. We are more organized defensively, and that's something we haven't seen yet.
Bro, people don't buy tickets to watch a defensive display. They don't do that. You watch the
Arsenal, we've been crying out for it. We've been crying out for it for like almost 10 years.
I'm not saying there's anything wrong with it. I'm not saying there's nothing wrong with it. But you can't turn around and say you play beautiful attacking football because you don't. You're basically Simeone 2.0, which is nothing wrong with that. There's
When
nothing
did I
wrong
say
with it.
beautiful
But
football?
you
When
don't
did
play. You don't play beautiful football, and there's nothing wrong with that. But why are you denying it for? I don't understand.
I said since Santi Cazorla we haven't. I
You
accept
played
that.
good under
But,
Emery for
but
periods. When you said Arsenal batted for 22 undefeated, or
Yeah,
whatever it was.
not
You
really.
did. You could have defended it, but
No,
you could
just
go
from the
forward.
back. No, from the back. We scored. We played good football, like from the back, from the goalkeeper, like about 19 passes or something like that. Just a quick passing
That's
to
one goal,
the
bro.
other side of the pitch.
We just
No,
scored
no,
these fantastic goals
yeah,
against RB
but,
Leipzig. It doesn't mean we play good football.
no, but that's the point. Emery, we didn't play good football under Emery. That's why we got rid of him. Because at the
Let's
end of the
move
day,
away from that.
we care about the results. We care
That's
about
my
the
fault.
results, and that's why we were
Daniel,
happy at
what are your
first today.
thoughts on Spurs' result? I know you're a huge Jose fan, but like you
Yeah.
already said, if you win the game when you're not playing poorly, that's a positive. That's a positive at the end of the day, really, isn't it?
100%. And I mean, yeah, everyone's going to criticize or say that Kane cheated or whatnot. But we watched the documentary. This is what he wants from his Tottenham team. He wants them to have a mean side to them, wants them to have a, if you want to call it, a cheating side to them. And I think it helped them get over the line in this game. I mean, you're not going to have a Son and Harry Kane masterclass every single game.
Yeah.
And it's telling that they can bring on a player the quality of Bale.
It's mad, isn't
it? To come and get them a goal, to put them over the line. I think Brighton will be fine. I think they've had a hard time really because they play good football, Brighton, man. They really do. I just think that where the lack of quality comes and the other team has more quality than them, that's where they come undone. But yeah, in terms of Tottenham and Jose Mourinho, I think he's really, really pressing for that top four, and you never know where a Jose team can finish, especially when they're clicking in all cylinders. So yeah, I'm a real fan of what he's doing with Tottenham right now. He got the players he wanted, had a very, very big window. Daniel Levy's backed him like no other manager, which is crazy. So boy, he's got to deliver. He really does, and I think he will, and I hope he does. Obviously, not at the expense of my team, but I hope he does deliver. So yeah.
Yeah, no, I agree with what you say in terms of, he's been backed. I don't agree with hope he delivers because obviously I won't be the end of it from Keishan if he delivers. Keishan's in the chat as well, so he's probably going to comment on that.
Yeah.
But listen, let's move on to your team, Daniel. A fantastic win, 3-0 against Burnley. I've been saying from the start, I'm waiting for Ziyech. Huge fan, baller, when they did fantastically well in the Champions League. He was influential. He was a couple of yards away from putting them in the final. Obviously, hit a post against Spurs. Man has turned up. Not only in the Champions League getting his first goal, but he was brilliant. He's basically what I expected from him. Sheer quality for a bargain rate. Daniel, mate, what are your thoughts? What performance?
Boy, I mean, like I was saying, like when I was criticizing Lampard for some of the decisions he was making, look, I'm gonna praise him for what he's managed to do the last 4 games, has it been now? Like I said it, the Sevilla game, he managed to get us the clean sheet. Mendy and Thiago Silva are looking like great signings for us. Out of all the players we bought, I believe Mendy and Thiago Silva have been the most important signings, just due to the fact that they provide defensive stability, organizational structure to our team, and just that leadership. Like Zuma looks as much as Zuma will always be shaky on the ball, I don't think he'll ever become a technical centre back. Yeah, and it's been telling because he's been attacking the ball. When you look at us as defending corners, we look better. When we look at us attacking corners, we look so much better. Reece James and Chilwell, I think they're gonna grow to be 2 of the best fullbacks in the league. I've always been, and of course this is my Chelsea bias, but I've always been Reece James over Trent, just based on the fact that I just think Reece James just has a better all-round game than Trent. Trent attackingly is world class. As in attacking, he's probably one of the best crossers of the ball we've seen. But I just think Reece James, defensively, one-on-one, you're not beating Reece James. He's quick, strong, powerful. He can also cross. He can also do the attacking side of things. If you remember the 3rd goal, he was actually the one who initiated the whole move, intercepting the ball and then playing it off to Ziyech. So, boy, the way we're playing right now, the sky's the limit for us. I said it. I just want to reiterate it. That Man United game, it's building blocks, man. He executed a plan where he said, I don't want to concede. And that's all I've wanted to see from Lampard, progression, where we can say, cool, I don't want to concede now. Now, let's go to the next game with all the attacking talent that we have. do all your work, do the dirty work in terms of getting the goals, because getting goals is definitely the hardest thing in football, but then still keep your defensive discipline. And that's what we were able to do against a Burnley side. Let's not lie, Burnley are a difficult team to go to Turf Moor.
Very hard.
To score 3 goals. It's tough. Like I'm not gonna over exaggerate and say
that win against Burnley is a brilliant win, man. They make it hard for everybody.
Exactly. Make it hard for everyone. And that's why Sean Dyche has been praised, because he's kept that Burnley team, which has no real stars in the league year upon year upon year. And that's because of the way they play, suffocating teams. Yeah. But it's just the football, the fluidity, the attack is just coming together. He switches to a 4-3-3, plays Kante as the lone 6. And I was unconvinced at times with Kante playing by himself. But I think that's the formation going forward. Mason Mount looked exceptional in the 8, and it's what I go back to, and I compare it to the Oli situation and the Arteta situation. These managers need to just make it easy for themselves. Play your best players in their best position. Rank your players from 1 to 11. Say who are. Just make it so simple.
True. It's so true, though, isn't it?
Strip it all back. Just put your best players in that position to play, to thrive, and then the tactics can come after. Implement your tactics into your best players. And I think that's what Lampard is doing, and that's what he got the hang of. I think it was a shame that Pulisic didn't get to play because of the injury. But, however, I think the sky's the limit for us. You got Sheffield United next, and that's a potential for another clean sheet and another great win.
That should be easy winning it for them, because they can't score a goal to the line at the moment.
So now I'm really, really optimistic. Not gonna call for any. I'm not gonna say we're gonna win the league or anything like that. But we definitely have the tools now and the platform to challenge. And at the beginning of the season, what I expect is a challenge. Maybe we falter towards the end, but challenge. And there's opportunity there to challenge. We're 4 points behind Liverpool, so it's definitely.
But they've got Man City next, so ideally, if they lose or draw that game, you could be 1
2 points. So, so I'm really happy with it. Really happy.
Yeah, I know, rightfully so. Look, I've been criticizing Lampard a lot, but I do agree in terms of what he's done with Mount in particular. I think, because obviously there's that running joke. Mount has got news on Mount is son. But I mean, to be fair to Mount, they're putting a great performance.
The thing is, people think we hate Mount. We don't hate Mount. The reason why we get annoyed with the Mount selection is because it always comes at the expense of a player who plays better in that position.
Absolutely.
But now you're playing Mount in a position where we know he's an 8. We know this is where he thrives. This is where he can play well. And he plays well. Like, Mount can do the box-to-box work. He's good going forward. He's got the energy to track back as well. Kai Havertz is the same. Kai Havertz, I'm seeing defensive work that I didn't think he had. Yeah, so, Kai Havertz is playing really, really well.
He's putting in a shift. It really does surprise me. I'm not going to lie.
And then Ziyech definitely is the decisive factor for me.
You have got Pulisic, a fully fit Pulisic as well.
Bro, this team is, and then you've got Chilwell, Reece James. You've got balance. You've got Thiago Silva. You've got Zuma.
You've got a good team. You should get top 3. Let's be real in it. You should get top team. But listen, let's bring Ahmed in. Obviously, Ahmed very patiently waiting and listen to what I've just got a text of my cousin saying, Ollie out. He just randomly texted me saying, no contact, just Ollie out. But yeah, Ahmed, what are your thoughts, bro?
Oh, bless you, man.
You know, obviously, our teams in particular always struggle against Burnley to break them down. Well, I suppose notoriously we lost to them recently at Old Trafford. But, you know, what your thoughts have been on that performance and, of course, the 3-0 and the 3 points?
Well, the thing is with Chelsea, they spent a lot of money this summer on their attacking force, and it's actually nice to see, like, all the lads actually, like, you know, actually get on the score sheet and actually do a nice performance. It all ticked in together, and I'm actually interested to see how Chelsea perform as the season progresses. Ziyech, like you said, man, he's a real gem as well. He's looking real quality, and that goal was really good. And Burnley, they don't look the same anymore, man. And I don't know if it's gonna be a relegation battle for them or not, but they don't look like that solid team anymore.
It depends on the game against Man United, because obviously we're going to be in contention for relegation. The way things are going. So if they beat us, then the might stay up. But, you know,
the thing I always like to remind though is Burnley always starts slow. So it's like there's nothing Burnley do that should really surprise anyone. The reason why I'm so impressed with the way we played against them is because we were able to break them down, even despite their low block, even despite how they tried to suffocate and play. Like, we were patient. We didn't score till like the 35th minute, but you could tell the goal was coming with the way we were dominating and pushing them. So like, I think going forward now against these low block teams, I'm not worried. I want to see how we play in the big games. I want to see how we go out to try and make.
Who is your next big game?
We have Tottenham this month.
Oh, do you? Oh, well,
Yeah.
okay. I think that should be interesting.
Yeah. Is it Boxing Day that we play Chelsea?
Yeah, Boxing Day. Yeah.
Arsenal. Oh yeah. Okay.
Should be a good game. I think it's at the Emirates as well. Should be a good game.
I might have the flu at that time. You never know.
Yeah, I'm basically going to be ill on that day. Definitely. On the day after, shall I say. Inshallah, you've got COVID already for the illness, brother.
Yeah.
Listen, I mean, obviously, just a recap. Sorry, I didn't even get you. What are your thoughts on the Chelsea performance? Sorry.
Yeah, they play really good, man. Attacking wise, obviously, I like how all the new players are now starting to click in, and it's only going to get better for Chelsea going forward. So I've already finished on that point, man. It's like Chelsea are looking like a really good attacking team now. Probably not the best, but definitely. I peg them to be part of the title race, and I'm not saying that they're there yet, but I want to see another team to actually challenge for it, not just Liverpool and Man City. So obviously, it's looking like Chelsea.
To be fair, if I don't have any qualms with Chelsea winning the league. I don't want Liverpool and Man City to win it. So, but if they win it, I don't give a shit.
I don't want them to win it.
I'll probably celebrate with you, Daniel, if it means Liverpool. I'll probably celebrate more than you.
Who won the league? I mean,
that's how shit my club is at the moment. I have to go Liverpool. That's how dead we are. If that doesn't say everything, it is. Keisha, in response to your game, Daniel, he said, "Come to win for Spurs that against Chelsea."
I mean, you say that, but when we played in the League Cup, we dominated that game, and we let you guys really get that goal. And then
Keisha. Listen, Keisha's going to be on the show hopefully next week if he's available. So it's what isn't it? We'll see if he's still chatting smack then. But listen, I'm just going to finish off with a bit of score positions, really. Champions League and Premier League. Obviously, the Champions League, Man United actually look like a team that can play football. I don't know, was it 2 games, 2 wins? So, a bit of positivity for us Man United fans. Although, in my personal opinion, it means jack shit because we're not going to win it. So, what's the point? But anyways, I don't even know what team to start with. No one's got a good game. Right, we'll start with Real Madrid beating Inter Milan. How about that? Ahmed, what is your score prediction for this one? Real Madrid drawing 2-2 to Mönchengladbach. I actually watched the last 20 minutes and Real Madrid was shit. Apart from obviously 5 minutes, so fair play to them.
I think Inter Milan would win this. It's just by how much. I'm going to say 2-1 Inter.
Okay, interesting. Daniel, what are you saying?
I think it'll be 2-2 as well. Real Madrid just don't look comfortable. Like, I don't know what it is, but they just don't look comfortable. So yeah, I think it'll be 2-2.
So we've got a draw, a win for Inter. I'm just going to say a win for Real Madrid to be different. But I've got it is at the Bernabeu. Although I do think Inter probably Lukaku might do a madness. I don't know. I just feel like Real Madrid got too much experience, and after that game, I suppose last 5 minutes showed enough character. So I'm going to say 3-1 Real Madrid for no reason whatsoever. It's a bit deliberate, but it's what it is. Come on, Madrid, just to be proud. Man City haven't got one flipping tough game in this group. Man City against Olympiacos, Ahmed. What do you reckon?
Yeah, it's done.
2-0 Man City. Man City look like they got the mojo back. So
these half these games are irrelevant. Daniel, thoughts?
Yeah, 3-0 Man City.
Yeah, I'm not going to bother with these ones. Right. No, I will ask your team. Chelsea v Rennes. I think Man City will win as well, but it's like 5-0 or something. Chelsea v Rennes. What do you reckon, Daniel?
2-0 will beat Rennes.
All right. Moose, aka Ahmed.
Yeah, I can't disagree with that. Yeah, I can't see you guys losing. So 1-0, 2-0.
I've just seen this comment by Keisha just made me laugh, yo. Fuck yeah, now listen to this one, boys. Some guy on Toastbook said Jarrett should manage Manchester United. Oh my God!
I'll be behind that.
That would be hilarious.
To be honest, I would love to see that as well, just to see what they do.
That would be the funniest thing ever.
He'll be a legend either way. Legend,
man.
The banner would be so funny.
Oh my God, that would actually be a madness. That's like when you have those films and have like different sort of universe, like different flipping paradox. It's one of them ones that they don't make sense at all. But yeah, to be honest, there's no other good game in the Champions League. RB Leipzig against PSG, actually, that's not a bad one. Ahmed, what do you reckon?
I think you guys the Leicester team losing to Arsenal.
I see where you're going with that.
I think that would have hurt RB Leipzig too much. So PSG
We're not
win.
playing them. It's RB Leipzig v PSG.
I know,
okay.
exactly. But you beat both of them teams.
Okay.
Do you get me?
Right. Yeah,
and you're the Leicester team to Arsenal. They're probably like, you know what, in one of them ones. And PSG, they're gonna probably turn up. So it's probably gonna be a 3-1 to PSG.
Okay. No, obviously you're saying we're a Leicester team to Arsenal, which is fine. I'm gonna let you have it because next
you try to say it.
You won't
try to say it
when you lose. You won't be here next year when you lose. That's why that was your first win in 4 games by doing the league. So I don't know why you guys are like, oh yeah, we're amazing, but
bro, we had that. So what? There was Man City and Liverpool, 2 of them. Leicester, okay, we accept that. That's an L. But against Man City and Liverpool, come on, man, and both aways. Were you away though? Were you away or home?
To be honest, I don't remember. I thought it was home for both, actually. Never mind.
Sure.
We'll see how you get on against Spurs, innit? And Chelsea, innit? We'll see. We'll come back to that. But anyways,
love your test.
Yeah, I think RB Leipzig are going to go win this game. I believe Neymar's injured, if I'm not mistaken.
Is he?
I think he is, unless it's his sister's birthday. I don't know, but I'm sure it's in March. So, man, my early celebration and that Halloween celebration with his sister, so I allowed this thing. I'm gonna say RB Leipzig just so PSG going to Europa League with Arsenal. That would be beautiful. You guys enjoy that. Let's see how you got against them. I'm gonna say 2-1 to RB Leipzig. Let's move on to the Premier League games because to be honest, the rest of the Champions League games at the moment.
Wait a second. If that actually happens, that means you've got Neymar up against Bale, up against Aubameyang in Europa League. That'd be a wicked one. Yeah,
it would be good for Europa League, and I'm not gonna lie. So you can take them.
Yeah.
No one knows we'll probably lose to Istanbul on Wednesday, so we'll be back in the mix. I swear we've got them back to back, by the way. So if we win both of them, the games we're definitely through. Rather, even if it's first or second, we're 100% through. So I swear to God, if you don't get through now, it's a proper bottle job. But it is what it is. Anyways, let's go to the league games. As we already said, Chelsea v Sheffield United. Ahmed, what do you reckon? Chelsea at home at Stamford Bridge?
I just can't see Sheffield United getting anything, man. I feel really bad for them, man. It's a bad season for them, but I reckon it's going to be a 2-0 win for Chelsea, unfortunately. But yeah.
Okay, interesting. I'm going to go 4-0 Chelsea. I'm actually buying Ziyech as we speak of fantasy football. I'm selling Bruno because obviously we got a bit of a tricky game against Everton away. So I was going to do it anyways.
I feel like that's the game.
It's not the coffee.
That's my thing. I feel like that kind of game is the game Bruno will come good.
I just think Ziyech is going to score.
Yeah.
I'm going to say score or assist. So I've gone 4-0 Chelsea. Daniel, what are you going for?
Yeah, I'd say 3-0 Chelsea. It will be a tough game. I think it will be tough because Sheffield United drew with us last year. But they just don't have the same mojo. And
the keeper, man.
I predicted them to go down as well. So no, the keeper's Ramsdale's not a bad keeper.
But he doesn't offer the same confidence that Henderson did. Come on, Henderson's like top 3 in the Premier League.
I disagree, man, because he had a great game.
I'm not knocking him. Yeah, go on.
He had a great game against City, and I just think it's the team. They've been found out. That's what it comes down to, man.
Yeah, it's true. It definitely is true in terms of they've been found out. What did you give a score prediction? Sorry.
Yes, a 3-0.
3-0. Yeah, we've got another 3-0 on the chart. Keishan's saying a Brewster brace. He's not said the score, but obviously he's waffling. Sheffield United will go down from Lanzi. I think at the moment it does look like that, sadly for us Sheffield does. But yeah, let's move on to another game. Everton hosting Manchester United at the early kickoff on Saturday. Honestly, God, if Ollie loses this game, he's got to get sacked. I don't think he'll lose it. That's the thing. He loves clawing back from the depths. So I'm going to say 2-1 Manchester United. Although I am really not saying that with my chest at all. So I'm just going to say it because I just think because it's do or die, I think. Ahmed, what do you reckon?
I reckon 1-0 Man United because you are right. We probably will just get a win and justify staying in the job for a bit longer. So yeah, I think 1-0.
I want to win. Don't get me wrong, obviously, but but it is what it is, isn't it? Daniel, what do you reckon?
Who's home?
Everton.
Ooh.
That's not going to play in our favour, man. We need to play with width. I don't know if Martial's back. I need to check if it's.
No, he is. 3 games now.
Thank God, man.
It's been 3 games now.
I missed him, man. What do you reckon?
Actually, it hasn't been 3 games. It's Chelsea. Arsenal, and did you play anyone before Chelsea?
Did you play? We played Newcastle as well. I don't know if you played in that
Newcastle,
game.
yeah, he
I
didn't
think
play.
he did. Yeah,
He
he didn't. Yeah, it's been 3.
Yeah. Who do I think will win? I just think because Everton don't have a fully fit team, Richarlison, Dini, and
I think Digne will be back, but Richarlison's out.
James Rodriguez. I don't know if James will be back. I think United will win 2-1. Yeah, 2-1.
Yeah, I think Calvert-Lewin will score. I don't think. I don't know, to be honest.
2-1. Yeah, that's
the thing is, what I said at the start of the show is we literally beat RB Leipzig 5-0 and we lose to Arsenal. And we play poorly as well. So it's like you don't even know what team's going to turn up. You know what I mean? We might lose this time on Wednesday, so we'll just have to wait and see how we get on.
Exactly.
So let's move on to the big one: Arsenal against Aston Villa. Ahmed, what do you reckon?
I love how you said the big one. This guy 3-0, of course, bro.
Okay. Don't
say on my chest today, bro. I said it, and I just had a flashback of Grealish and Barkley literally playing against him.
You said 3-0 now. Okay, Danny, what do you reckon?
I can't take it back.
I think Villa take this one. I think Villa win.
Wow.
I think Villa win 2-1.
Oh, you know what? I think Arsenal are going to win 2-1. I think it's
Thank you,
going
Usmaan.
to be a typical Arsenal win where they just grind it out and then just like Villa. I think it'll be 1-1. Arsenal will score the second, and then Villa. I think Lacazette will actually score, but Villa will be all over you. But you'll get the win, which is and like I said, that's the only thing that really matters at the moment. Right, the actual big one: Manchester City hosting Liverpool. Etihad. Listen, I haven't got a clue for this game. I have not got a clue.
Do you know what my thing is? If Pep just plays his best team, he will win. But my thing is, Pep's gonna be thinking, I need to nullify Liverpool. That's where
he does it all the time.
All the time. And the mad thing is, the last time he actually went into this game and didn't think, let me nullify Liverpool, they won really. It was at the Etihad, and Sane scored that goal where he scored across the face of goal. So he just needs to simplify it. Just play your best team. It's not hard. It's not rocket science.
But Keisha is just cracking me up because who's creating these chances? El Nene also scored 3 goals.
Yeah, of course.
I don't think I surely surprised to start in that game.
Yeah, I think Surprise starts that game.
Or Jack even. He's gone for a 1-1 draw. For City, United has gone for 3-2 City. Daniel, sorry, I missed his score. What did you say? Sorry.
I'm gonna go for 2-2 draw.
Okay, that'll be decent for league. Ahmed, what do you reckon?
You know what? I was actually going to say 3-3 draw. Now I feel like I just stolen his prediction.
3-3 draw.
Yeah, it'll be unpredictable, bro. Because at the end of the day,
yeah.
That would be sick. Though.
You're gonna have, man. Do you know what? I even lean towards that a bit because it's Nat Phillips at the back. It's not like, and I know he had a great debut, but he's not gonna be good enough to last in the top. He's not, man. I'm sorry, he's not.
Yeah, fair play to Klopp for putting him in. By the way, David mentioned that, so fair play to him, and obviously good debut for him. I'm gonna say, again, I'm not saying this with my chest at all. This is a lose-lose for me, really, isn't it? But I'm gonna say 2-1 Manchester City, just for the sake of the league. There's not really any sort of because of this XYZ. I just think De Bruyne has to step up in this game. He has, obviously, Daniel, you said those clutch moments that you referred to last week. He has to have one of them moments in this game because
100%.
They have to win this game, Man City. They have to because they've got to such a shit start in the table in the season so far. They have to win this game.
But I just can't wait. Just to quickly point it out, though, I just can't wait because if De Bruyne doesn't have a good game again, I can't wait.
Daniel's coming on Monday next week.
Look, it's not even. I don't even like to be that I told you so. But my thing is that we do this to Pogba all the time.
Yeah,
why doesn't he take games by the scruff of the neck? How can he be called world class? How can he be the best midfielder in the world? I'm not disregarding De Bruyne is still the best player in the league. However, he's just a different type of best player in the league. He's not the typical win you a game when you need a game to be won, and that's just my take on it.
Yeah, that's fair enough. Okay, we're gonna finish on the West Ham, and obviously because Keishan's here, we'll do Spurs as well. So, Keishan, let me know if you're available next week. Obviously, as always, we'll get you on. West Ham game. Of course, Lawless is going to do his video. West Ham hosting Fulham at home. Surely, West Ham.
Yeah, I don't see any other. West Ham, I'd say 2-0. Ben Rama.
You know what? I might actually buy one of their players on fancy football, you know, now that I think about it, for this game in particular. Ahmed, what do you reckon?
Yeah, I see West Ham winning this game, 2-0.
We got West Ham double from Lanzi. I'm assuming you're a West Ham fan. Obviously, you got the emote and that with the hammers. I love that. It's nice. It's clean. West Ham 3-1 again. A lot of 3-1s. No, I might just buy a West Ham player. I might just get Bowen in there actually. I'm gonna say 3-1 sounds like a realistic score. I'm gonna say 3-1 as well. Actually, I think Mitrovic will score for Fulham as always. Right, last game. I was gonna say Liverpool Spurs against West Brom.
That's easy
let us
win.
know in the comments as always. Ahmed will come with you. Obviously, huge Spurs fan. Spurs are away.
I think it's going to be a shock draw. Literally, last minute 2-2 going into West Brom's favour. Yeah, man. I think so.
God, you love that. Danny, what do you reckon?
It's gonna be 3-0. That the West Brom are not scoring in that game.
You never know, bro. I'm
saying Captain Harry Kane or Son on your fantasy football. That's what I'm saying. 5-0 Tottenham Hotspur. But listen, that is the end of the video. As always, we record every Monday, 7 p.m. Obviously, Ahmed, you know, is here depending on the result of his team. I'm here regardless.
Wow, this guy.
No, but jokes aside, you know, fair play to Arsenal. I just want to summarize on that. Fair play to Arsenal, and then you got the W. That's all that matters. Make sure you drop a like and subscribe to the channel. As always, we're very close to 900 subscribers. We appreciate all the support. My social is down below, as well as the other guys' social will be down below. But Daniel, just to finish off, where can they find you, mate?
Eyes on the Ball TV on all platforms, and then obviously my action on the screen.
Yes, say no more. Ahmed, obviously, lone soldier and that, but you know, what you saying? Where can they find you? Just give a bit of hype in it.
You know what? I'll do it next time, innit? Next time.
Yes.
Facebook
He's
for now.
Prepared next week. But listen, just show the boys love, man. Obviously, we do this every Monday, like I already said. We appreciate all the comments and the support. Obviously, Man United, as the title said, got schooled by Arteta. Fair play to Arsenal, mate. Enjoy this week. This one's yours, I think. So it is what it is. Anyways, I've been your host, Usmaan Akhtar. We'll be back, win, draw, or lose. We'll see you next week, Monday.